Hi guys, I'm back for another video, and this time I wanted to actually start off with One Book July. It's been a while since I've started getting into planning and things, but I was never interested in One Book July because I always used to just use one planner, and so I was like never thinking that I would do One Book July because every month was One Book January, One Book February. But um, I just looked back at what I was using and I've come to realize by June I started using three separate books. Now I have all of them up here for you, and so I thought I would condense these into one book, and I would talk to you all about One Book July. But then something happened along the way. I kept playing with it, and if you guys saw my earlier videos, this is my Field Note Taroko Shop Traveler's Notebook. This is my Filofax Flex, and this is my Candy Shelves A6 leather Traveler's Notebook. So I was, debating what I should use for One Book July. Should I use my favorite? This is definitely my favorite because of the beautiful leather. So I thought, okay, so I'm just gonna go with my field notes. And nope, this is not big enough. The problem with this book is that it can just about fit three field notebooks without overhang, and I do not like overhang. I can manage like slight overhang, which you can see here probably, like I have this little insert which is slightly overhanging, but other than that I'm not comfortable with overhang. So I thought, you know what, if I have my A6 and I fill it in with enough field notes, it's going to expand, and that's just gonna condense this A6 slightly a bit more, and I'm just gonna have a chunky traveler's notebook. But I just couldn't connect with this leather, not even for a few days. I couldn't. Like, this leather is stiff and it's cold, and I don't know, it's not something that I was enjoying. So that was out of the question. And then I was like, okay, then I will go back to my Filofax, my Flex, what I used to use at the beginning. And I've realized now that I've bridged out into planning. I'll just remove that card. I think that's someone's information there. So I thought now that I bridged out into planning, I could, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I had a lot more books now, and I had a lot more things to fit in, and this would, again, without overhang, situate two field note books, and I already have this jot pad. So what I'm trying to say is, I guess this year I'm not going to be doing One Book July. Now, I haven't come about this decision because I couldn't find a book. No, I've come about this decision because for the first time, I think I found a really good balance across the three main realms of my life, with different books to maintain records and track of them. I use my Filofax Flex for my office. I use it in my professional space. I leave this at work. I don't carry this back and forth with me. It has my landscape details. I'm a landscape architect, so whenever we have briefings and meetings and such, I take down all of the notes. And I am, just to give you a small overview, I am using this beautiful cross pen. If I can find out the model, I will link it down below. But it's got a black pen, it's got a red pen, and it also has a pencil, which is like really awesome. It's super thin, and I didn't like stretching out my pen loop here, and it fits perfectly. And it's really professional, sleek looking, and it doesn't involve any fumbling. And I thought that, I could just use this to take notes, and it's working out really well for me. So this stays at work. And then I have my personal traveler's notebook. I use this for my day-to-day planning. It stays with me all the time. This is the one book that I like travel with. It is always with me. It's got my Moleskine planner, and it's got an extra dump book, and I've got some storage, and I've got a few let me just open that up for you. I've got a few stickies, and it's really working for me. It just is a beautifully made notebook, even though it doesn't allow me to fit a lot, but that isn't a drawback according to me. That just helps me maintain a good amount of books and not overdo it. And I sketch in it, I do things, I have a dump book, and I have everything that I require for day to day. And my third book, this is my, well, I guess nowadays people are calling it their spiritual book, and this is mine. So I journal about my beliefs, and I have my religious book here, and I tend to read that and journal about it. And I don't want to get into detail about it yet. Maybe I'm just not sure if you guys are interested. So I just wanted to do an overview, and I just wanted to tell you all that I'm unfortunately not going to be able to do One Book July. I have never done it, but I guess this year isn't the year for me either. I'm really excited to see other people's One Book July, and I am so excited to learn from them. But for me, I personally think that I'm in a good space, and I have a nice balance with all of my books, and I don't want to give that up for a challenge for this month, especially because we're traveling and I've got quite a few things to do this month. I have really big upcoming projects that I need to keep track of. I have got really big personal trips that I have to keep track of, and I don't like mixing my religious books with any of my personal or professional areas. It's something really personal for me, so I thought I should just keep that to myself. So thank you all for watching. I just wanted to explain my view on One Book July and how that is working or not working for me, or what I feel about it. And if it works, I mean, I might just do it next month. I might do it a month after that, but whatever it is, for now, I am going to be sitting this one out, you guys. So thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye.